Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm going to pick my England squad, my 36-man squad for the Six Nations 2023. Now we've got the full announcement, the official announcement on Monday, of course, so I'm getting mine out there early. Let me know what you guys think, what you'd change, who you'd pick, all that good stuff, and it'll be interesting to see how my squad stacks up against Borthwick's squad. I'm sure there's going to be some surprises for sure. Now this is a bit of a follow-on from my discussion with Egg Chasers, with Tim from Egg Chasers, my big Six Nations preview show. Check it out if you haven't already. First part on my channel, second part on his channel, Egg Chasers channel. That was good fun. So that's kind of inspired me to pick my own squad. So let's get straight into it. And at loose head prop, Genge is obvious. I think he's really playing well. Absolutely. Big year for him in his prime. World Cup year. Absolutely. I think you've got to have Rapava Ruskin in there, playing so well. I think he's fit now, which is good to go. So strong. Physically, he's really mature. Age-wise, in a good age bracket for a prop. And then the youngster on the end, Bevan Rod there, I think he's the talent coming up. Let's see if he gets good enough. Obviously, props mature later, but I think two kind of mature props, if you like. One youngster, that's the way to go. Not sure about Marler. Not sure about Mako. Let me know what you think there. Obviously, Marler with his ban as well kind of puts me off him a little bit. Mako, I just don't think he's got that explosive nature that he has before. Marler's a little bit slow around the pitch, although a very good scrummager. But I think those three go quite well together. Then at hooker, a similar sort of theme. Two guys I think who could start straight out of the blocks. We've got George there with all his international experience as well. McGuigan with loads of domestic experience. He's got the age on his side as well. Those two very good technically. Happy for them to start. And then one of the younger guys, one of the new guys coming up, I'm going for Blamire. I think he's probably got the highest physical ceiling. Thacker's very exciting as well. Jack Walker's a good player for Harlequin. So one of those three in with McGuigan and George. I'm going Blamire. Who would you go with? Then at tight head, quite a controversial spot here because it's an area where England are quite weak. And I think Cole and Davison are there to be really strong scrummagers for me. Again, same sort of theme with the other two front row positions. Davison can play on both sides of the scrum. That could be quite useful, goes in his favour. And then the third guy is Sinclair, Kyle Sinclair. I think he could be very useful coming off the bench. I wouldn't plan to start him. Sure, he's maybe not on fire, but he does add a lot of explosive carrying coming off the bench. I think that could really work as an impact sub. Hayes, I'm not sure I'm seeing the performances to say he's international yet. Shonert, I think, of Sale, might have just got injured, but he was certainly close. But that's my front rows. Is it good enough? Scrummaging wise, they're going to have to be spot on. I think we've got a decent scrummaging unit in there and some impact coming on. Now, I'm pretty happy with my 4 second row picks, as in I'm not sure there's anyone else I'd want to pick. Are they the strongest second rows in the Six Nations? Yeah, not sure actually. But Ollie Chesham, the youngster from Leicester, he's getting better and better. You could play him as a big six if that's what you like to do, the kind of Courtney Laws type player as well, but he's in there as a second row. Johnny Hill, he's the big guy, he's got the frame, he needs big performances. Atoje, when he's on song, is still excellent. Ribbons is a guy I'd like to see start and play really well. I think he's got a really good international pedigree about him if they can get him onto the pitch. So they're my 4 second rows. Then, of course, the very competitive back row. And Tom Curry is injured. So I think you pick Ben Curry. I think he's very good. Probably the best of the Currys for sale. But we haven't seen Ben Curry for England yet. So let's see what he can do. Genetically they're identical. But obviously, they're going to play slightly differently. But get him on the pitch. Let's see what he can do. Similar with Alex Dombrandt. Some people say maybe he hasn't quite got it. He doesn't carry hard enough. I think you're going to be surprised if he plays international in the Six Nations. He could be breathtaking, actually. I think he's got some real talent about him. Ben Earl, as Tim said from the Egg Chasers, he thinks he's the best player in the Premiership this year. You need to get him the ball in space. You need to give him front foot ball for sure. But if you can do that, he is the best attacking threat from the back row in my whole list, I think. Ted Hill, he's an out-and-out six. I think, he'd be really good in the line-out. He can carry, he can tackle, he's a big lump. That's what you need at 6. Courtney Laws looks like he's just got fit in time, and he is a 6. A lot of people say he's not a 6. He is. That's where he plays for Northampton. He's a 6 who can play second row, plus with that amazing line-out ability. His footwork, his carrying, he's always going to be in there. Potentially a captain, but I'm not so sure. The youngster, Tom Pearson, I think has to be in there. Pure talent, the young talent coming up. Oh, he's 23, just the right sort of age. Again, in my discussion with Tim from Egg Chasers, he was saying in person he is absolutely massive. He could play 6 or 7, I think. Now, we need another specialist 8 to go alongside Don Brandt, and I'm not saying Sam Simmons is actually a specialist 8, because I see him more as an impact sub coming on the bench to any of the back 3 positions in the scrum there. If I was going to start another number 8, I don't think it would be Simmons. I think it would be Tom Willis. I know he's gone to France from Wasps, but he is available. And I think you could say Tom Willis is your traditional number 8, if you like. Big, hard carrier, hard hitter, absolutely loves it. Similar to his brother Jack, who isn't quite in. It's just so competitive. I haven't got Jack in this time. Sam Simmons probably takes his spot there because I think he could be a really dangerous sub coming on. Tom Curry injured, like I said. Jack Willis close. Ruan Ackerman, definitely of Gloucester, could be that big 6, but I've given that to Ted Hill. Ben Curry is in. So those are my back rowers. Let me know what you would pick. The fly halves, I think, are fairly straightforward, with Smith now back fit just in time. Farrell and Smith are the 10s. Farrell obviously getting that lucky ban, if you like, being available for the Six Nations. That's controversial, of course, but they are both available now. So they're your 2. Ford hasn't had any game time. He's getting close to fitness, I know. Joe Simmons could come up and do a job potentially. The 2 future 10s I see in the Premiership, Charlie Atkinson and Finn Smith, you could call them in if you're having a third 10 in there, but I'm having 2 10s and maybe Slade to cover the other slot. Talking of Slade in the centres, I've gone for 2 12s and 2 13s. And yes, Manu Tuolangi is still in there because I don't think there's anyone else. I don't really want to play Farrell at 12 because he plays so well at 10 for Saracens, so that's where I think he should play. So Kelly and Tuolangi are the 12s. Let's see what Kelly can do on the international stage. We need 12s. There just aren't many English 12s playing at the moment. I mentioned Anianwu of Harlequins I was interested in, but he can't get in ahead of Esterhazen, so there's no chance of picking him. And then Slade and Ollie Lawrence are my 13s, 2 very different 13s. The silky Slade with all the skills, and then the power running Lawrence making those breaks. Marchant very close as well, unlucky to miss out here, but those are my 4 centres, 2 12s, 2 13s. And finally, the back 3, gutted that Henry Arundel isn't available. What a great tournament that would have been for him. But these are my back 3. Ollie Hassel-Collins has to be in there. Been the form winger for so long. Big and strong and quick. Has it all. Just start him and let's see what he can do. Anthony Watson, I think he's got a minor injury but should be okay. He's my second 15 alongside Stewart. Cokanasiga is there. I think a big wing option is very useful. Is he the best winger around, the most skillful winger around? Maybe not, but he is definitely the biggest and most powerful. And bringing him on maybe off the bench is a good option to have. I want some speed guys to finish off with, so Radwan and Murley are in. We need some world-class speed. You need people who can beat people even when something's not on, so that's why they're in. Freeman's pretty close for sure. May and Noel, I'm just not sure have quite got it anymore. Malins and Daly are options and versatile, but those are the back 3 I've gone with. Okay, 36 men there. Tell me who you would pick, who you agree with, who you disagree with. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.